So now people have had a few months to get used to Reaper of Souls, get used to Diablo 3, get some gameplay mechanics down, and maybe even watch a few videos out there on YouTube. So it's going to bring everybody back to a level playing field so that people like my friend here who have over $1 billion in their bankroll.
No.
Oh, oh no, you're not.
982 million.
Oh, sorry, 900. Sorry, he dropped below $1 billion. He spent a little bit of money and hasn't earned it all back yet. And I have been fluctuating between 85 million and 55 million consistently. And like when I get down too low, I just refuse to stop spending just refuse to spend money until I've earned it back. Currently, I have gotten up to a little over 100 million, which I haven't been since like the first week of Reaper of Souls.
That was a pro leap right there. If your leap's off of cooldown and you can use it, you can actually leap right before a frozen and get out of it. Because when you're in there, you don't get hit. And I'm not using Wrath right now, so that's like my only frozen, like dodge or whatever you want to call it. Not to cut you off, I was just excited.
No, you're fine. No, it's perfect to point out. It's one thing to be able to copy a tier 6 build. It's an entirely different thing to understand how it works. So anybody can copy a build, but not everybody can make it work.
True that.
So I got your back, brother. I got your back.
I mean, I told Pew Pew just to play a Barb, though, and I would help him learn. Like, I don't have enough knowledge with the other classes to share really in-depth information. Like, I have an idea, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, come on.
I still know what gear he wants. Like, I was telling him the gear to go, but for specific build, I have no exact idea. You just look it up on YouTube, and you're just like, oh, there's like 5 different T6 builds I could use.
I mean, I understand. Well, one thing for him too, though, that I can understand to also be pretty discouraging, is he plays the monk, which you and I both know is in a bad place.
Well, yeah, definitely.
I mean, so just having considering the fact that the monk is his main, he's playing a very discouraging class at the moment, which hopefully after 2.1 we'll get a little bit more changes to it so that it's, leveled out, especially with seasons coming out. They definitely pointed out in the patch preview that one of the things they're highly concerned about is leveling out the playing field, which would obviously mean bringing the monks up and bringing them into better light.
So, well, yeah, monks are getting rid of dodge now to some extent. Dex is going to give armor.
Right. I'm not sure how I feel about this entirely. Yeah. Once 2.1 comes live, after we've gotten the general feel of how it's going to go,
and
I do plan on revisiting the monk.
How does it make sense now that intellect characters get all resist? It doesn't really make sense now. Like, it was before, okay, Dex does this, Strength does this, Intelligence does, gives you all resist.
Oh yeah.
now you got four classes to get armor.
That's actually an extremely good point to bring up. Wow. That's something I hadn't considered really, because I mean, in a lot of cases, I would consider all resist to be, far more effective of a defensive statistic than armor is. I mean, I understand technically they're supposed to mean the same thing, but you don't have to have the same values for the exact same amount of, toughness gain.
Yeah, I mean, it lets you gear out slightly different. It's like, okay, I'm using a Dex character, so I need to go for this. Or I'm a wizard, so now I need to go for armor way more than I do all res.
Well, that actually just brought me to another interesting concept, too. How do you feel about this, Tim? Do you think that with that change, while they're changing dodge to armor from dexterity, do you think one with everything is going to become too overpowered of a defensive statistic on monks? If our dexterity is giving us armor, and we only have to stack a secondary as a resistance, is that going to be too overpowered compared to the other classes?
Maybe. I mean, one with everything's really good already.
Right. One with everything's already amazing, but see, the thing is like, dodge is awesome. The reason why dodge is not effective is because we do not have the armor to take the hits when we do get hit. It's great when we get missed, but when we get hit, we get dropped because we don't have the armor.
Cameron.
Does that make sense?
Can't really say we anymore.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Mr. Crusader. You
Hey,
could try.
World, how you doing? That's an interesting point to bring up, Endworld. Would you be interested in seeing us doing streams on the PTR of 2.1 before it goes live?
Oh, well, I hope so, because I'm going to be on PTR.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, why?
Well,
If seasons are coming out, you need to test the new content as much as possible to have a chance at getting your conquests. And then, so PTR, like, there's not going to be a reason for me to play my non-season character at when the PTR is out, because it's going to be playtime on the PTR is going to be more knowledge for seasons.
I understand we can do this on the PTR, but I figure it's going to be for more gains. I think we have a lot of things to test out and tweak out before we can. If we're going to go live with seasons in hardcore and show our playthrough, our progression, and everything else in the above, we need to make sure we got the kinks worked out, because we can't die.
Oh, well, yeah, on the stream, yeah. Exactly.
You know, by the way, everybody, I want you to know I will cry manly tears if I die.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how soon I die.
Well,
and
yeah.
how far ahead or behind I am at the time.
If I make it to level 70 and it's about a week before the season ends and I die, I'm gonna cry manly tears.
And is it raining by you right now?
I think it is.
I was about to say, if it's not, it is going to be.
Yeah, it looked like it was gonna be shitstorming on us.
It sounds like there's a hose hitting my window.
Oh yeah, definitely. Greater Rifts do look pretty cool. I'm still though extremely interested in seeing how they level up these legendary gems. If they're going to have it be like a legendary drop chance, or if they're going that it just either A, levels up, or B, doesn't level up, or if it's going to have an experience progression by how we do in the rifts.
Yep. I just need to see what they're gonna do.
Well, yeah,
I have thousands of speculations. I just can't wait to see what they do.
I could see it going either way, to be completely honest. But I mean, with the way they were expressing interest in the idea of, if you do, say exceptionally fast on a level of a greater rift, did it boost you, maybe up, more than just one level? I think that's going to be something huge. I think that's going to either A, be what determines. See, that's where it could go either way. It could increase the chance your gem has to level up, or it could increase the amount of, say, experience that, your gem is getting to level up. Like one rift you might get 10%, one rift you might get 15.
Woo.
So it could go either way, and it could have both of those progressions easily, because it still remains with their course focus. Yeah, I'm not digging finery. I think I want my get out of jail free card back. Don't get me wrong, the damage is kind of nice, but I'm having a hard time.
Yeah, I tanked out because when I
Yes,
try to
yes.
talk and play, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
It half
legend.
works, but dodging things is difficult.
Yeah, I actually, at this point, I have been saving legendary jewelry with sockets
Oh yeah.
before I re-roll them and or destroy them because I want to see what legendary gems are about and how good the buffs are going to be on them because completely honest, jewelry is a huge place to be sacrificing statistics for a socket. So these buffs that the legendary gems are gonna give have to be, yeah, really good, or they're not going to be worth it. Just like it's not worth it to farm the new Hellfire ring, since you pretty much have to run Stone of Jordan and a Ring of Grandeur. It just doesn't make it efficient, which is why they're going
Or
to be making the Hellfire amulet.
yeah, Unity. It's really good. You still got to find one of those.
Yeah, exactly. I would use a Unity over a Hellfire ring, I would say in most cases, but it's something I'm going to play test. But I do want to get a new Hellfire ring. I think that'll be something we work on at some point. Because I don't have one yet, but I think for my build,
Hellfire ring?
yeah.
No, they're well. I don't want to say that, but no, you really don't want a Hellfire. There's no purpose.
But you got to remember how my build kind of works. It's unique, man. I stand still in one place, so a molten fire aura around me while I'm standing there spamming my hammers would be pretty OP. And I don't necessarily have to run a Ring of Grandeur, so I have the slot open.
Oh, going down. Oh, I'm alive.
Yeah, after this rift, I will be changing my finery back to get out of jail free. I don't like dying. I die too. I need that thing, especially while we're streaming. I think it could be fun.
Do you hear that? I know my mic is sensitive.
Yeah. I'm extremely excited about the 2.1 patch. I mean, I was already a huge fan of 2.0 in the first place, and 2.1 has given me more to expect. I actually quit playing vanilla after a period of time, just because I no longer found interest in it just with the way it was. But ever since Loot 2.0 came out, I've actually been extremely happy and interested in the game.
Oh yeah, and I mean going back to the Hellfire or just jewelry, legendary gems and all that. They're supposed to be really good. I mean, I know they've said things are supposed to be really good, and it doesn't happen. But
Yes.
I mean,
That's
Travis Day, the way he sounded, you know, I'm no face reader or anything, but it sounded pretty legit. Like there's going to be better than crit chance, crit damage, and all that garbage. Everyone's here, yeah, cool. I mean, I hope so, but they should be. Grab your thunder buddies.
It's too bad you got work, Phil. I'd have you come over. You could be my thunder buddy.
So I found an EQ helm on that run.
The game is a bit asleep.
Yeah, like needs more.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, you're working on you're working on starting a low bob rant. All right, this is not a. Trust me, I still consider Diablo 2 to have more content than Diablo 3 has even come close to achieve yet. I don't know. I've I went back through years of time playing Diablo 2, where if it wouldn't have been for patch 2.0 and an expansion, I may or may not have ever revisited Diablo 3. You know me. You were there through all of it, trying to talk me into getting the game in the first place.
Yeah, well, yeah, you were the only person because I know you close enough. Like I never really recommended the game to anyone just because it was kind of that bad and you were just farming items to sell in the auction house or acquiring gold to buy things on the auction house, which acquiring gold was really, really hard, so you just flipped items.
Wait, what happened? Did the did the Rift Guardian? What? I was there for the Rift Guardian. Why didn't I get shards? Oh no, I did gamble some. Never mind. Oh man, got scared for a second.
421 shards.
Oh yeah, 421.
Yep,
That's just one too many.
I need to gamble pants. Hopefully today will be the day that I can stop gambling pants.
Trust me. I hope today's the day that I get to stop gambling shields. I don't know. The socket system in Diablo 2, though, was far more advanced than Diablo 3 is at the moment. Now, legendary gems could change that. But even without throwing in runes, the gem system was even more advanced. There were more categories of statistics for gems. There was one extra category for shields, besides just, what they were. So each gem is already missing one statistic in comparison to what it was.
That's true.
And until RoS, they didn't even add in one of the gems that already existed in the initial Diablo 2, which was the diamond.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good way to get people actually to consider shields as an offhand.
Yeah.
You make a gem that's actually good for a shield. Whatever stats it needs.
Yep. You can have some that are defensive and some that are offensive, just like the ones for weapons, but have them entirely unique from armor and from weapons and from helms.
Depth diggers.
Like for example, we'll say in a shield, a amethyst might give you, life per generators or life per, your pool spent, whether it be wrath or fury. You could have, each one have its own little statistic, and you could base it off of a slightly more defensive version. Weapons have life on hit with gems. Shields would get life per, resource spent.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that
would be one way, definitely. It's better than my idea. I didn't have any other than just making the gems good.
Oh, I would say, well, yeah. I mean, trust me, I could keep going. I mean, especially with what they're about to do to monks with getting rid of dodge chance. Green gems would give dodge chance on a shield, or give block chance. I would think instead of giving them, I think the diamond would be block chance, though, personally. Instead of it being all resist, it would be additional block chance for a diamond. But, I mean, you see the general gist of what I'm going for on that.
Yep.
If the game developers were to come at me, I'd have the entire idea on paper, but